So maybe you're somebody who jumps right in and makes changes as soon as you know there's a problem. Or maybe you're one of those people who wants to fully analyze everything before you take even a little step in the right direction. It's true that we all have different ways that we try to improve our healthy lifestyle and really embrace the idea of a natural house. For some of us, it might be like second nature. We know the best plant-based products and we know the habits we need to adjust, and we're just quickly on our way to a toxin-free, more natural home. But for others of us, it takes a lot of time, a lot of research, a lot of analyzing and then pondering before we can actually make those steps forward. The truth is though, even those of us who seem to have it all put together on the toxin-free front will likely hit some sort of roadblock, which will halt us in our tracks of creating a healthy house. And whichever camp you fall into, it's really important to understand the pitfalls and the mistakes that you can make so that you can keep yourself on the right track. I think understanding some of these big mistakes that come with creating a toxin-free house can actually help you move forward into making changes that are positive for your home and your environment. Truly, the goal is just to move forward and make healthier choices along the way. And at the same time, embrace moving forward in a really intentional way. All you have to do is prioritize your steps and your changes so that they have the most impact over your space. And that way, with each step that you take forward, you know that you're drastically changing and impacting your space for the better. You're making it a space that really supports your body and your health and your wellness instead of burdening it down. This list that I'm about to share with you of mistakes that I see families making all the time as they try to adjust their products and their habits is really meant to help you identify where you are and push through those roadblocks to the other side. Welcome back. I'm Amanda. I am a building biology practitioner, a certified home inspector, and a healthy home expert. And I am the creator of Healthy House on the Block, where we really work to create spaces for families that support their health and wellness rather than burdening it down. So these mistakes are really meant to help you and to help you identify maybe where you're starting to go down the wrong path, or maybe you'll just remember these when you hit that roadblock and you need a little push in the right direction. Mistake number one is changing just one area of your healthy house. If you're new to creating a toxin-free natural house, you kind of are probably in this boat. Obviously, we all start with one change in our lives and then we typically move forward. But what if we don't? Sometimes we make that one change and it feels so great and then we just kind of stop. We don't see the need to make the hard changes anywhere else because we feel good and we feel like we've made a positive change. The problem with this is that at some point when a health problem arises or there's an urgent need to make a change, we've missed out on all of that time that we could have been improving our home and our spaces and ultimately our wellness. Oftentimes we naturally snowball our changes because we truly believe or desire to make a positive change. When we're just changing something because it's someone else's idea or we're not really on board with the lifestyle shift, usually we miss out on making more than one positive change. Mistake number two is that you are a serial learner and never applying what you learn. Be honest, raise your hand if you've consumed tons of information on one topic but never actually applied what that new knowledge is. Okay, I'm raising both of my hands. I consider myself a serial learner, someone who learns and accumulates information and knowledge, but then sometimes fails to apply that knowledge and information in my own life. It's an easy path to head down. Consuming all of that information is the easy part. The really tough part is putting it into action. And with creating a healthy, natural house, you can run into the same thing. It feels good to make a plan and have all the steps written out, but it can be difficult to take the actual steps forward and do the work. And because of that, so often we continue this cycle of learning without actually doing. If you can make your tasks extremely small and easy to complete, and I mean breaking one task into as many parts that you can quickly and easily do, you're going to help yourself move forward, even if slowly at times. Mistake number three is overanalyzing your healthy lifestyle. A lot of us want so badly to be making the right decision. We painstakingly research our purchase or change, honestly, to death. I'll let you in on a secret. Creating a healthy, natural house does not have to be perfect. It's not going to throw your whole healthy lifestyle off course if you've made a change that wasn't perfect. Perfectionism, when it comes to a healthy home and a healthy space, is never beneficial to anyone. This is why I've learned to embrace the term low toxin. When we use the phrase toxin-free or non-toxic, it makes us think of this change as an absolute. In reality, it's not that way at all. There are always going to be toxins in our spaces, and when we overanalyze our lifestyle and products, we mistakenly think we can't make a change unless it's absolutely perfect. And I'm here to tell you, you're better off making a change that will at least reduce a toxin than analyzing and researching over and over in hopes of eliminating toxins altogether. Don't let yourself get paralyzed, halting the process of improving your home. Hey, I wanted to share something with you really quick. One of the biggest complaints I hear all the time is that it's really challenging to know where to start when it comes to reducing toxins in your space. You want to start with what is going to have the most impact on your health and wellness, but where is that? The second complaint I hear is that there's just so much information out there, and so much of this information is actually opinion-based and not even supported by facts. This is exactly why I created my free ebook, and I would love for you to get your hands on a copy. You can just head to this link, healthyhouseontheblock.com/ebook, to download your own copy. It is step by step the order of things that you need to do to get your house started, to start getting toxins out of your space, because nobody wants to live in a space where your body feels burdened, fatigued, and sick. No, we want to support it with our home, and this is exactly how you do it. Mistake number 4 is trying to change everything at once. Then there are those of us that get so excited to make a change in our home and our spaces that we want everything to change at once. It's like the snowball effect sped up to full speed. The problem is that we don't allow enough time for habits to stick, and before you know it, you've changed your whole routine and lifestyle. And it can be really difficult to manage a lot of changes at once, and frequently we end up falling back into our old path. Making changes just one or a few at a time is really the key to creating a sustainable, healthy lifestyle. In fact, my layered on approach does just that as you improve your indoor spaces to be healthy and second nature to you. I like to compare it to running a marathon. You don't wake up one day and start running 2 to 3 hours. No, instead, you work up to that over time. If you didn't, you'd be sore, you'd have blisters, and likely not be able to run the next day. Instead, when you gradually work up to your goal and layer on habits and changes, you allow yourself breathing room to fully implement a change before moving on to another one. Mistake number 5 is forcing our loved ones to make changes when they're not quite ready. You may have kids or partners who just really aren't on board with the changes you're ready to take on, and this can be a huge source of frustration and burden down the entire process of creating a healthy, natural house. It can be especially difficult when you're trying to change over to plant-based products from the old standards your family has been using. But discord in your house will never benefit anyone. It'll make you feel horrible knowing you don't have your house on board, and it'll drive your family nuts while you try to talk them into changes they really aren't ready to make. With this one, patience and education are the key. Being super open and transparent about changes you want to make and the need for a healthy lifestyle will often be enough to get most everyone on board. Mistake number 6 is relying on only one source for your information and advice. You never want to trust just one source for all your information. The beauty of the world we live in is that there's so many resources you can trust and rely on. You still have to be careful about what sources you do fall back on, but the truth is not everything you read is trustworthy. Once you find a few spots that you know are transparent and science-based, use them as your guide. When you trust just one source, you end up relying on everything they advise. It's important to make sure you're tailoring your healthy space improvements and your product swaps to you and your family. I've made the mistake of trusting what just one blog has said in the past, and in the end, I wished I had maybe cross-checked what they were advising. There's no harm in checking a few places for advice or cross-referencing a few different databases about one particular product or ingredient. Having a few opinions will help you make your own decisions, not just following someone else's. And our final mistake, number 7, is letting worry get the best of you. Believe me, I know that feeling of worry over what I'm bringing into my house and what I could be exposing my kids to. I have had to make a really conscious decision about not worrying so much. I feel like in order to do this, I have to very rationally remind myself that even making my space better than it was is still a step in the right direction. I've had to learn that I can change what is within my control, and anything out of my control, I just have to let go of and let it be. I have to remind myself that I can control what comes into my house a lot better than doing renovation projects right now, and that's okay. I keep telling myself that one small period of time where we used a more toxic product didn't sabotage my family's health in the past. The goal is to be less stressed, lead a healthy lifestyle, and create a healthy, natural house. It's not worth it to think back to when I wasn't striving for these things and cringe. It is beneficial to continue to move forward however I can and to take the steps that have the greatest impact. Worrying about how we'll change or what we're changing too late only wreaks havoc on the process. So where should you head to when you get to that spot, when you're stuck or you've hit a roadblock or you're not sure where to go next? My Start Here page will walk you through all of the areas of your house that you could possibly want to know more about and change. I have it broken down room by room and toxin by toxin for you to pick and choose how you want to start. You can also schedule a one-on-one with me. Research can be daunting and new products can be overwhelming. I am here to help with that, and I'm here to help you get the answers to your questions about methods, products, or your home. Consultations with me get you either a phone call or a video meeting, as well as a workbook with customized recommendations for what you are looking for. And if you're ready to overhaul your home with my step-by-step process and guidance, you would be an awesome fit for the Healthy Home Blueprint. This is my robust online course and series, and I walk you through each area of your home with an itemized plan to help you cut out toxins and create a healthier space both now and in the future. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you could take at least one thing from this video and apply it in your own home. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe because I will be here next week and every week with new healthy house tips and ideas that help you create a space that truly supports your health and your wellness.